Hey everyone, my name is Dan and I'm with the Co here and Dev Catalyst, and we're going to talk to you today about LinkedIn.
Yes, my name is Tai Wong, former student in Dev Catalyst, now at Morehouse College studying computer science, and I'm ready to get into it.
Great. So, what is LinkedIn? I guess in my opinion, LinkedIn is a social media platform that encourages you to show off your professional side versus more of your social life. And what I mean by that is, there's places to insert your experience, work experience, projects that you've completed. There's also media places you can upload photos and videos, but really pertaining to your professional life and your experiences. So, Tai Wong, why is it important to have a LinkedIn profile?
Yeah, so it's really important to have a LinkedIn profile because it enables you to stay connected with people you meet. You might go to a hackathon or a conference and you're like, hey, this is a really great guy to know. I want to know more about him. So I connect through LinkedIn. This is a way so that I can stay connected and eventually possibly land a job offer.
Exactly.
And it's really great.
Yeah, I know that in the past when we've hired people for the Co and Dev Catalyst, the first time we hear their name, like, who is this person? We end up trying to see if they've got a profile on LinkedIn. And so it's one of our first moments and places that we go to kind of creep on you and learn more about this person that we potentially might hire or could utilize in the future. So it definitely is important to keep this as professional as possible because people are judging you.
Exactly.
It just is what it is. So we're going to get into setting up your LinkedIn profile and some must-haves in order to make it more complete. And so, obviously, the first thing is a photo. Like all social media apps, you want a photo. And what kind of photo should it be, Tai Wong?
You want a professional headshot. You want to show something not too crazy but stern. Show you're down for business, and you want to make sure you have it really great and pristine.
Yeah,
that's going to get you that clear-cut views. Those recruiters are going to be at your doorstep. So there.
And make sure that it's a high-quality photo. Don't let it be pixelated. A lot of these good cameras these days, and even iPhones, are taking great enough photos for LinkedIn. So just make sure it's a quality photo. Next is, the sections that you can fill out. I believe one of the first ones is a little bio.
Yeah.
And what should you put in your bio?
Yeah, you want to make sure that you have 3 core sections in your bio. One is what you're currently doing. What are you up to? For me, that's being a student, being an intern at a company. 2, you want to give past experience. What is it that you're used to do or you've done before? So in that case, it may be an internship, may have just completed high school.
Yeah.
And then for number 3, you want to give what you plan to do in the future. That's your goals, what you aspire to. For me, it would be becoming a software engineer full time.
That's great. Yeah, in my bio, I've got a little bit about the Co and maybe what the Co's mission is. And then I share a little tidbit about my personal life outside of work, just to bring in some personality, right? It's very easy to get a little too stiff and rigid when you're trying to be all professional. So I tell people that I play music. And so maybe that gives them a little extra connecting point if they do decide to reach out to me. Or maybe we have that in common and just makes that potential connection even stronger.
Right.
So don't be afraid to show a little professional, obviously the future thoughts and where you're trying to head, and then a little bit of personal too in that bio. I guess next is I'm sure is an experience section, right? And so I would recommend using bullet points. Treat it like a little bit of a resume. And if you haven't seen a resume, definitely go Google a standard template for resume. But here you really have the freedom to put any experience that you've accomplished in the last few years. And being that you guys are probably in college, you might think to yourself, I haven't really done much, or maybe you haven't had a job yet, but I can guarantee you've had experiences that are worth putting in this experience section. What are some examples that I think you could put?
Yeah, totally. So, for instance, you may have done some community service. It's usually required for high school students. Feel free to put that in. It shows your leadership skills, your ability to go out and get things done. You can also put things like working with Dev Catalyst, and that's really helpful for your experience and technicalities. So
and so we've also got highlight professional passions. Maybe you're super interested in something that you haven't had a chance to really dive deeper into, but maybe you're a part of an online forum that you actively participate in. That's experience that shows that you are knowledgeable in that area. So you might have to think outside the box here if you really haven't had a job or a traditional form of work experience. But like Tai Wong said, volunteer work, class projects, maybe you worked a concession stand for a sports team.
Yeah.
Great stuff to put in the experience field. Cool. Well, our next section is going to be what should you do once your profile is complete, and we'll see you soon.